In this video, I will show everything about this new Blox Fruits update. That's because it just updated and released many new things. So watch until the end to find out everything about this update. Guys, Blox Fruits just updated and brought a lot of insane stuff. It had been a long time since I last logged into Blox Fruits and wow man, I'm already feeling the nostalgia here. And one of the first things that has already changed man is going to be the fruit that I'm going to get, the portal. Now, the portal of this fruit is literally a vortex that forms and pulls us in. Look how crazy! Dude, this is so cool guys. We enter and it feels like we stay much longer. Look at this. In the past, it would come out quickly. Also, it seems to create something that pulls us in, look. What if I stay far away? Oh, it didn't pull. Wow, I kind of escaped. I think this is to prevent people from teleporting too far away in the middle of PvP. Now let me see if X changed some things here. Well, the portal is here, the same thing. Only the sea changed, right man? Look, it's going to pull us guys. That's awesome dude. Besides, this portal thing looks really cool man. Look at this. Moreover, the game's lighting changed completely. There's a lot more here guys in terms of reducing lag, meaning it's better now man. Another thing that changed was the nerfs. Literally, there are many fruits here that were nerfed, like the dragon, dragon heart, sound fruit, gravity, man portal and yet. Yet was buffed guys, it was very weak. But well, let's see if it's really very strong now man. Although when I used to play it was already insane. Look, I transformed and... Whoa! Wow, dude, what happened there? Well, the click is still insane, guys. It's definitely one of the best fruits for farming. Look at the damage from this man. It's a lot of explosion. But besides that, the Dark Blade is a sword that was buffed. So I just want to see the X attack. It seems like its range has increased. I launched the attack and man, it seems to be going very far. The Duck Slash is already very overpowered, so this is interesting since we can attack enemies from much farther away. And besides that, another fruit was the Dragon man. Now I'm going to test its potential, since here man, the Dragon is an insane fruit, the strongest in Blox Fruits. Well, the click seems to be the same still, but what really changed guys was its C. It's the ability with the Fire Rain, and it's much faster and stronger. Dude, this is insane for PvP because it becomes harder for you to dodge. In other words, this nerf man was more about its transformations where it became invincible. But one thing that also changed a lot when Blox Fruits was updated and the dragon was released is that its V was infinite in this hybrid form, you know? Seriously, before it was meant to last all the time. And look, I have this crazy form here and now it ends very quickly. This is dangerous man. However, let's see this dragon form. It changed even more. I wanna see this now that I'm going to transform, since it was the fruit that changed the most. Both in this version as here, alright? Oh! Wow man, look at the dragon Big Shenlong. Now let's see the Z. Okay, the Z is dealing 4000 damage, it's really strong. And the X will cover a large area. But look, even so it did a lot of damage. Let's see if the C will recharge the bar now like before. Or was it nerfed? It still charges everything man. That's interesting dude. But however, its nerfs were specifically in PvP man. It changed a lot guys in PvP. However, here man, for farming, I'm not seeing much of a difference. Now other fruits that received the buff were here, the gas fruit guys. Its fury bar increased. So you see here, right? This gas matter, it's much bigger here. It's 25% more. Which is interesting since this fruit used to deplete your fury bar very quickly. Including a fruit that depletes very quickly is the Venom man. I think it's the fruit that loses transformation the fastest in the game. Seriously, it's very nerfed in terms of transformation. Your mode also becomes giant like the Megazord. This here is the V ability, the Vapor Condensation. She's got a larger click range guys, and it really seems like it. Look, I'm hitting enemies from farther away, that's pretty crazy. Let me check her abilities now, it seems like not much has changed. Thing here in this fruit. In terms of ability, but here only the transformation time is longer. So much so that if I stand still here guys, the slowness here to end man. This form here is practically infinite. You just have to come to an NPC, hit it and it recharges. Which is a very good fruit. Another thing guys, that just arrived was the XP event. You know? Before, there was that one where you just needed to have 3 friends on the server. So this is the XP bonus that arrived. Besides, they banned many hackers. And most of them went to the bans, to the hackers. Right? As for the nerfs, man, they were because things were too overpowered. Raigo also got a buff. But guys, it's not that OP, it's like the weakest fruit of these recent updates. So much so that if you use the flight, that's what got buffed. It became faster in its flight, but I still think it's very slow. Seriously, there are way more fruits faster than it flying here. And that's literally its buff. It's 25% faster here. Meaning, dude, nothing changed. And look, the T-Rex fruit was also buffed, so I want to test it. It seems that your transformation bar was also increased by 25%. But man, they forgot about Venom, dude. Venom was needing this buff. What's up with not releasing a buff for her until now? Now I'm going to launch the transformation. I think, man, it didn't even need this buff here. Look at her size, look at the speed. Man, the T-Rex transformation practically never ends. Look at this, man. It's infinite too. Just like the dragon. Well, but another fruit that was nerfed was the sound and the portal, man. These fruits were really changed. Oh, it's a really cool thing. Now guys, you know this fury bar? If you use the observation ray here, you will see your enemy with it. So now you can see how much time is left for the transformation to end. This is interesting, man, and dangerous. Up here now, man, there's this portal. And it's very different. Speaking of portal, man, the fighting styles disappeared. Look at this, dude. There are only 3 fighting styles. Where are the rest? Like, a lot. But a lot of things changed. If I enter this portal, I go to Hydra. Look at this. Man, I thought I was going to the mansion. It was always the first portal. But actually, to go to the mansion now, it's the second one. It changed a lot inside. And did it change outside? Well, I don't think so, man. From what I'm seeing, dude, there's nothing. Ah, the other fighting styles. Wow, guys, we found them. They're up here. Man, I hadn't seen these. They separated and put it here. They could have like put the V1 styles down here and also the V2 styles up here. So here, look, the V1 styles have this green aura, which is really cool. The V2 styles have this white aura. Man, this is very interesting and has changed a lot. Look, they extended this side of the castle. I wonder if the outside stayed the same, man. Yeah, I think it stayed the same since there's a big wall here. Well, on the outside it seems like there's nothing. And I expected there would be many modifications, but for now it's pretty chill. And comment there, folks, what did you think of this update? Because it was pretty cool, it has a lot of stuff. And now we just have to wait for the update. And man, I'm getting ready for it, dude, since there's Pain here, which will have a rework. And also, man, Rumble. It's right here, look. These 2 fruits. Dude, the poor Pain, it's been like 500 years without a rework. Rumble had a little change in the latest updates, and there was even a trailer, guys, that showed a lot. See here? This is the Blox Fruits trailer. They added, guys, the Rumble, which is this one, this super powerful fruit, man, with a rework. Plus the Pain guy, man. However, not many of his abilities are revealed, but there are plenty for the Rumble. Now I want to see what will change because the guys are looking like, man, a Super Saiyan from Dragon Ball. I don't know what's happening in this trailer, crazy. They also made a big fight here. Look at these guys. Tell me this isn't Dragon Ball level, man. What is this? We're entering Dragon Pie soon. Here, look, the guy's using all the Spirit Bombs side by side and the Lightning Spirit Bomb wins. Amazingly, Rumble is more expensive than Pain, right? So Rumble might be stronger. But after that, there are the videos showing the update, like Rumble, which now has these lightning bolts behind her, which is really cool. And as you use an ability, some lightning comes out. There's a click, folks, and much more. Along with that, there's also this epic place, man, which is the new city underwater. However, there are things I didn't like fishing in the game, guys. Seriously, I think fishing is kind of useless. They could have added more fruits or different fighting styles. Hey, wow, man, here comes fishing. I didn't want fishing, and look, there's even fishing luck, man. I found it pretty crazy. Besides, there will be potions later on. However, man, I think fishing is kind of bad compared to things that could have arrived, like Gup's fighting style for example. There are also potions now that we make, guys, with the style combining fishing. This part about the potions is really cool, but I didn't find any XP potion. That's because Blox Fruits is too hard to level up. Look man, there's Agro Elixir, Loot Seeker and many more things. Like this fish kebab thing. And look man, the potion effects down there, look. Down here on the left. There are also the potions here. This makes you immune to lava, which is not very useful. And this aggro, the aggro man makes the enemies come at you. Oh wow. There's the Loot Seeker here which sees the chests behind the wall. And this Berserker seems like a very useful potion as it deals much more damage to NPCs and bosses. Look here, hold on. This Fortune is the XP potion guys. You gain XP, money and more mastery in all types. So man, I think the most useful potions will be this green one and also the other potion guys that makes you stronger, the Berserker. Combining these two potions man, you will become extremely strong. And comment below what you think about this new update coming to Blox Fruits.